It's Saturday, 17th of December 2011, approaching Christmas and end of the year. And so far in December, what an absolutely superb volatility we have. And for the past few months, each and every video that I have done, when I have warned you guys in advance of what to look for, and virtually every setup that I've covered has come out to be a great winner. Last week I covered gold, what next for gold, and if you look at it, it was forming up a triangle on the weekly and the daily chart, and I said this is likely to break down heavily. And one of the reason why I said it would be breaking down heavily, if you remember, is on the daily chart. This was the first time I was seeing a series of lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And right throughout this big move to the upside, all we had was higher highs. So this is purely based on price action. And what I'd say is, as soon as you get a break of this trend line, then you got to be looking nothing but shorts all the way down. And wow, what a short we had. Obviously I've had awful lot of feedback from you guys, and lots of you literally piled in onto the gold short. I mean, some of you did actually get in on Sunday night, even before the break of the big triangle. But again, it is okay. It would have been fine, because I mean, here the number of areas where one could have piled in. Firstly was up here, which was a failed breakout, and then consolidating below the upper trend line, and then of course at the 60 EMA here as well, just under the 200 EMA. Okay, and thirdly, of course, on a decisive break there. So many traders managed to get in on this trade, but equally at the same time, quite a few of you don't bother to do it. And I often ask question, why? What is the purpose of subscribing to this service and not acting on it? And quite so often the feedback I get is unsure of it, have fear, and there are lots of videos which I've uploaded to address this. And of course, at the same time, look guys, if there is anything that you need guidance on, I'm just an email away. Right, I'm just an email away. Because look, if you don't share what your problems are, then you won't succeed. Okay, if you don't share what your problems are, then you won't succeed. But also, more importantly, is having identified the problem and you don't take any action, then I think it's a sheer waste of time. I had a guy in quite recently who took up my one-to-one mentoring, and one of the things I often do is ask the guys to complete a questionnaire, also look at what courses they have looked at before. And there was this guy has practically been to quite a few courses. Okay, and I'm not here to pull anybody down, because look, at the end of the day, right, at the end of the day, all these courses out there, they offer something good, they offer something valuable. Okay, and if you do not succeed, right, then it is not a scam or anything like that. But have you ever sat down and analyzed yourself? Who am I? Where I am now? What I intend to do? How do I intend to get there? What route will I take? And quite often quite often what I see is that people simply do not follow up or follow through once they have that knowledge. Okay, and quite so often I also get members where I do one-to-one. I give them exercises, I give them deadlines, okay, and saying that, okay, this is what I want you to do. And some of the things I often look at is how you can build up a mental fitness. I think quite recently I had one young lady signed up for the one-to-one, and was quite happy to go on and trade the markets, and in some cases had some great winning trades, and in other cases was really silly trades, not following the trading plan. So sat down, we analyzed the reasons why there were losses, gave an exercise to do, and basically the young lady simply did not have the time. And when we had a further follow-up session, she certainly made lots of trades, right? Lots of trades, and in the process, blew her account out, but did not have the time to sit and analyze the trading journal, create a trading diary, create goals, sit down and follow through the exercises which I gave. And you know what? I also have had lots and lots of successful traders within my gold and platinum membership. And in fact, one of the member who actually banked £78,000 just at the back of this video tutorial, and on a one-to-one basis, because quite so often I'm talking to these guys online, either on phone, audio, video, or on Skype or MSN, and guiding them step by step what to do, why you're doing it, when to do it, what's right, what's wrong. Okay, so guys who follow through make a lot of money. Okay, guys who follow through make a lot of money. So in a nutshell, what I'm really trying to say, guys, is trading is truly a child's play. It need not be difficult. It clearly need not be difficult. It is so easy. You can make the money, but look, you have to follow through. You have to be disciplined. You have to follow the trading plan confidently. If you are not achieving the success despite having a trading plan, right, you need to write to me and ask me how I can help you. Okay, so please don't be on your own. And as I say, is quite a few of you do write to me on a regular basis, update me what's happening, and quite so often I write back to you and give you feedback, what's right and what's not so right, what you should be doing. Okay, so please, why waste your hard-earned money giving it back to the broker, right, when you could have a disciplined approach to trading, where you can control your emotions, where you can control your fear, right? You can't eradicate fear completely, and fear quite often is a nice thing to have, but how you can be the master of those emotions, master of your thoughts, right? And that is when you will have that mental fitness. Okay, guys, so yet again I've had a great winner. Some of you took, Some of you didn't, and those of you who didn't take it, please write me why. And you know what? Those who didn't take it, majority will probably not even bother sitting down and analyzing. Okay. I've had guys who actually only looked at the video after I did a follow up by email saying that this has been a great trade. At that time, it was 500 pips down, and said, "Wow, why did I not, sit and open up this?" See, again, you guys subscribe to the service, right? But you did not have the 10-minute time to sit and listen to that. Okay. I send out, my staff send out the daily newsletter. Some of you guys who are waiting for this to appear first thing in the morning in your inbox. Yeah. So my staff already send this thing out to you. So first thing in the morning, you should already have this in your inbox. Yeah. You know what? They don't do anything until they have read that newsletter. And quite so often, when I speak to some of the members, I said, "Have you had the newsletter?" "Yes, I have." "Have you read it?" "No, I haven't. I was too busy. I haven't had the time." But guess what? They are trading the markets and losing, depleting their account. But they don't have time, just 15 minutes, to sit and read that newsletter. Yeah. Some of the guys who make consistent money in the markets are the ones who follow the system. They do the research, they review the charts, they review the newsletter, right? I've got guys who absolutely, do nothing but just focus on that Bindalfx pivot points. And as I have mentioned this before, these are unique pivot points out there. And you know what they do? Right? They just print out those pivot points. Sometimes they don't have time to look at anything, but they've defined a system just focusing on those pivot points and saying, fine, if the market's above the pivot point, I'm only thinking of long. There's absolutely no way I'm going to be fighting the market. I'm not going to fight the trend. I'm not going to go against the trend. I'm not going to go against the pivot. If the pivot is long, my thought process is long. If the price are way ahead of the pivot, then they don't jump in. They wait for a pullback. They wait for a 1 2 3, and as soon as a 1 2 3 happens, they get in. So guess what? Only from a back of one piece of paper they print out and they act on it. And I got guys who consistently make 100 pips or more a day just trading those pivot points. No big deal. But bottom line is they have acquired the knowledge, they have acquired how it works, and they have taken action. When they take action, it is a confident action. It is a proper follow through. Okay, so guys, to recap, look, I'm telling you one thing. There is absolutely no need for you to go out and spend thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of your hard-earned money buying on training courses, jumping from one course to another. All the secrets are already there within you. Yes, you have got a damn good system in Bindalfx. You have purchased it, you have bought it. You need to follow it through. You honestly have to sit and follow it through. And I repeat again, look guys, is if you haven't made it, you just need to sit down and do your homework, go back to the drawing board. And after many years, if you feel that, look, despite all else you are not achieving, then you know what, I'll be the first person to say, I think, look, if you ain't achieved it in 5 years, 10 years, okay, unless and until you make a clear declaration or an intention to change the way you have been doing, right? If you're not prepared to do that, then I think I would be the first person to say, stop wasting your time, stop wasting your money, stop losing that, get a life, move on, pack up trading and do something else. Okay? But if you are prepared to take action, analyze your trade, create a diary, learn from it, and have an intention, a declaration of not to make the same mistakes over and over again, then I tell you what, you will succeed. As they keep saying, if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same thing. If you need to have a different result, you have to change your action. You have to change the way you do things. Okay, so that's enough on trading psychology. So back onto this chart here. Currently, as I say, what we had is on Friday the price broke this trend line. Overall, it is still a bullish looking chart. It's above the trend line. Okay, it breached it but quickly went back above it, and also more importantly here, on the bearish side, it's below the 200 EMA. And look, after a long time, this is the first time you see prices get below the 200 EMA. And there's a good angle in separation there. Okay, I would really love to see this go a bit lower down. Okay, because with all the problems we have in the world economies, forget recession, I mean, we could even end up having a depression. Okay, so if we can get in, not here but here, okay, that makes a difference. You see, when prices was hitting here at $1,900 and so on, I mean, so-called experts out there were saying, hey, if you're not in gold, you should be getting in, right? And you know what? Lots of members did actually get on board at 1850, 1900, and I was saying was absolutely, that's not the right level. And for example, quite often in my live trading room, and if I've missed the move, I like to patiently sit out and wait for a pullback. Yeah. And here again, those of you will remember I had covered a mega shot in my live trading room, and look at that. Then it creates a 1, 2, 3. Currently, as I say, it's just sitting above this previous resistance, now acting on as a support. But look, if 1570 does decisively break, and then you get a break of 1530 and 1500, then I think it's highly likely we could actually see the price go down to around the 1200 mark. Ideally, I would really love to see gold at around 1200, and that's when we can fill up our boots to the long side. So friends, you have purchased a system, you have paid for a training cost, you have to take action following the trading plan. No point in you having this and you procrastinate. No point in paying for a course and you don't follow through. And as I always keep saying, that success in trading is to do with trading psychology, not with knowledge. You could have knowledge, but if you're not the right person at the right place at the right time, then that knowledge is useless. Often they said you got to be at the right place at the right time. I disagree. Right? But if you're not the right person, okay, you could have every bit of knowledge, but if you're not the right person, what it takes to be a master, then I'm afraid you're wasting your time here. But if you're prepared to change, then this profession will give you lots of lollies. So again, anybody who's not made it, please, please, please feel free to email me, as there should be no way you should be losing thousands. You should be making thousands. Which again, as I say, I had one guy making over £78,000 just at the back of this video tutorial. That's all from me today. God bless and happy trading. Have a great week.